If your business breaks the moment that you take a step back or a day off, or you imagine a week off, or what about a month, then you're not running a company if you can't step away. You're actually kind of like running on fumes. That thing that you've heard about, maybe you read about it or saw another video about it or just thought about it, that flow state, it's what we call it, that thing that you've heard called the flow state. It's not just for the elite performers, because sometimes we think it's just the outliers, right? Did you know that your business can run like that too? But you have to have the systems in place that are going to do all the heavy lifting for you. And if you are one of those people right now as a founder or a CEO or an executive, and it's this constant onslaught of Slack messages and emails, it feels like fire drills all the time. You got just one more thing, you look at your watch and it's 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever time it is that you go home. You're like, I just got one more thing that I have to do and it's all going to be good. Listen, you are not alone, but I'm also going to tell you it doesn't have to stay that way. This video is about switching from reactive to repeatable so that you can finally stop running on stress and you can start scaling with ease. That's what you can do. That's what you want to do. So stick around. I'm going to walk you through what it really looks like to build a flow first business. I'm Brett from brettcpayne.com. And what I do is help founders scale without burning out. I don't want you to burn out. And this topic is really close to home for me because I didn't build my businesses to be a full-time firefighter, and neither did you. I built it to thrive, and I did not want to have to constantly give it my supervision. So let me show you how to do the same with these 4 key pillars that I have put in place. Pillar number 1 is the adrenaline trap. Early on, hustle, that word hustle, it feels like progress. I mean, it is progress. It takes a lot of inertia to take something that is in a state of not doing anything to actually moving. And so we wrap this idea of hustle around that. I know you had to do that when you started your business, but eventually that slowly can become your prison. And you don't want hustle to be your prison when every urgent thing becomes your thing. Like the phone call, the text message, the email, the questions from your staff coming in to talk with you. And the more that you solve, the more that you have to solve. Have you noticed that? Like solving the problem with hustle just creates more opportunities for things for you to solve. You can't create from that place. You can only survive from that place. So the way out are systems that make momentum automatic. That's what you have to get to. Pillar number 2 is replace reactions with rhythms. The flow state business doesn't run on notifications. Yeah, so those things popping up on your phone or on your screen. Isn't that crazy? Every time you go to a website, you get this alert on the website or on something on your computer says, do you want the notification for this? No, I do not want the notification for that. You have to have it unless you're in the flow state. You want to have a business that's running on rituals, right? Clear time systems that remove all the guesswork. I have a ritual in my life, in my business. I meet with these guys. And there's a couple ladies, 12 to 14 of us. It's on Thursdays at 3:30. If anybody tries to get a hold of me Chicago time from 3:30 to 5:30, I am not available. Why? Because there's a ritual in my flow state. I meet with these other executives and CEOs. It's not a mastermind. It's like a fraternity of these super cool people. And I was just talking with somebody about this today. Like, it's something that's in my schedule that keeps me in the flow. I know it's going to happen. I know what I'm going to do every morning, right? I know what I'm going to do in the evening. I have a thing that I do in the evenings and I talk about this in a different video called the 3 big signals. Well, I know at 8 o'clock every night or around that time if I'm with the kids or doing some other things, but I set my signals for the next day. It's part of the flow state. You got to think about like these weekly check-ins or the end of day handoffs and these pre-scheduled reviews, these things that you have to put in place to get in the flow, right? It's structure that lets you and your team move forward without being pinged all the time. If you're serious about building a business that outlives your efforts, hit subscribe. I do videos just like this every week to help you build something that scales without having all the chaos around it that a lot of people have. Pillar number 3, one source of truth equals one less source of stress. When information lives in 5 different places, nobody knows where to look. I mean, it's inefficient, but it's not just inefficient. It creates anxiety for you and for your staff. So if you've got things that are scattered in Was that in an email? Was it in a Slack message? Was it in a text message? Was it in a Facebook message? Was it in a DM from Instagram? Was it, where is it? And you feel that with me, don't you? Because sometimes we get wrapped up where we have all this information, all these different places. Flow requires clarity. This is why we build these process hubs. It's one place, everything lives there, from onboarding with us to operations to PR to marketing to sales. It's all in this centralized place. And we make it so that it's always searchable, it's always standardized, and it's always synced. It's those three key things that keep the anxiety away, making sure it's always searchable, always standardized, and always synced. Let me ask you something. If you vanished for 30 days, no phone, no laptop, no email, nothing, you just vanished for 30 days, what's the first thing that would fall apart in your business? What is it? Drop that in the comments. I'd love to see what that is, because there's these things that are stuck in our head and we don't have the systems to support them. And we know if we step away that things could potentially fall apart. Let me know what that thing is for you. And maybe I'll jump in there. I definitely will jump in there with the comments and maybe we can chat about it for a minute. Pillar number 4, let the business breathe. Let it breathe while you stay informed. You don't need to vanish, but you do need to stop hovering. Okay. You stop micromanaging and watching every single thing that's going on. You have to let the business breathe. That's what changed it all for me. I started leading from signals. Remember, I talked about my 3 signals that I do every night, and I wasn't leading from Slack anymore. I wasn't leading from emails. I built one dashboard. It's just 3 to 5 KPIs that I have for my businesses. And it gives me instant clarity without having to constantly check in. So if you want to run your business from the outside and still know exactly what's going on, I want to encourage you now, after this video, go watch the CEO dashboard, Stay Out But Informed. It's the next step for you after this one. It's going to help you along the process, okay? It'll change how you lead and how your team performs without you. And the link is in the description for you. You didn't build this business to be its full-time babysitter. No one does that. You built it to work without you being the motor behind the whole thing. And a flow state business runs on systems. It runs not on stress. And again, I encourage you, go watch the CEO dashboard, Stay Out But Informed. It's the key to leading calmly and clearly. So let's build a business that breathes.